Here we are today in Norfolk, and we're going to talk about saddle fit for endurance Arabs. And who best to help us but Nicki Thorne. So, this is LR Bold Grayson, and he's a 160k horse. And looking at his conformation is he's sort of more usual for the sort of internationally bred horses, isn't he, Nicki? I think.
Yeah, he is an American bred horse, and he's quite different. He's not quite so typey as maybe your Polish or your Egyptian Arabs are. So he is quite differently put together, which I'm sure you can explain in more detail.
So what we've got here is he's actually got quite a high wither, and he's got quite a large wither pocket here. I mean, he's very well muscled. He's sort of slightly croup high, but not as croup high as some Arabs we see. And what this can do is actually this can have some quite serious fitting challenges in saddles, because of the fact that a traditional saddle will sit here, and when you've got a horse with a big wither pocket like this and a high wither, and you're doing 160 kilometres, then of course the horse can change shape, can't they? I mean,
yeah, we see some dramatic changes in shape, both with the training regime they go through and during the course of a competition as well. You know, what we're doing is extreme sport, really, and we're looking at top athletes and the way that it affects their muscles and their body.
So the last thing you would want in a race would be if the horse loses a bit of condition or even just a little bit of fat or some water because of the race, the saddle to come down on this wither. Nicki's been using our ReactorPanel saddles actually since the beginning, haven't you? I remember in 2010 we came out late at night and fitted one for Mango for you.
Absolutely, he was the start of it all. But really, you know, for me, the saddles have been absolutely excellent. There are so many benefits for them, not just for a horse like this. The fact that we can adjust them exactly to every individual horse, and we can change it throughout that whole training and fitting process. And even, you know, during a ride, at a ride, immediately after rides, we can make sure that everything about this horse is properly looked after, because that's the way that the saddle works.
And they sort of self-adjust to a certain extent, don't they? I mean, particularly you use I mean, we'll see when we put the saddle on, but we've got the big thing, what we call the FEI number, and it can take out the changes that occur during the ride. But yeah, so this is Grayson. He's, to say, this type of horse. So if we then pop the saddle on, and this is your new one, isn't it? This is the one we
brand new saddle we've just made for us. For you.
So what sort of rides has Grayson won, Nicki?
This is a really, really special horse.
Because he started by coming second at Tevis, I remember.
He did, yeah. He's not only got round Tevis, but coming in second or really joint first. He's done a whole pile of national 100-mile rides as well as FEI rides. So yeah, when you look at his history, he is a phenomenal athlete and really is one of the.
Because when we fitted that saddle for him just recently, he went out on a ride and did pretty well.
He did. He came second at King's Forest in the FEI 2-star, 120 kilometres. And yeah, I just literally got the saddle from you and took him straight out.
The day before?
120k on it. Fitted the horse perfectly, no problems at all. Super comfy for me. I mean, what bigger testament to a saddle can you have, that you can have a saddle fitter who can come and do that level of fitting for you with a product that works so well, you can go straight out and race in it. I mean, for me, that's exceptional.
And Grayson's had a bit of time off, hasn't he, as well, because he was a tendon injury.
Yeah, he had a year off. When we bought him, he'd had a tendon injury, so he took a year out. And obviously, with horses at the top level of competition, you take time out, you really don't know if they will come back to their given sport. And even more so with endurance, when what they're doing involves such a lot of training. So for him to come back to full fitness and to be able to go out and compete and be up in the top 3 again is, he's amazing, deserves the best.
And I mean, you've been doing really well with your horses. I mean, you know, FEI World Number 1 last year, and you know, I mean, one of the things I've noticed when we've been working with Nicki is that you really do give your horses time, and you know, I think it's a credit to the fact that you know you don't push them, you give them what they need, and I think that's very important, isn't it? That horses are given time to recuperate in this sport.
I think certainly that's the way I've approached it with them, that they need time to be ready to do the job in the first place, and sometimes they're not, because it might be injury or it might just be psychologically they're not in the right place. Sometimes they just tell you that they need a bit more time to adjust and to think about things, and need more time to get ready in their training. And certainly post-ride, they need massive amounts of recovery time. You know, they put their bodies through the equivalent of a marathon runner going out, and the marathon runners will tell you the same. You know, they need the recovery time. These guys do as well.
And Grayson, being that he's a superstar, I would imagine that he's very difficult to deal with and very complicated, and
he's highly
throws his
strung.
toys out his pram.
Very difficult to get him to stand still for anybody. You know, very temperamental.
Of course.
He's the easiest horse to
And he
have
looks
around.
wild.
He's an absolute angel. He's the nicest horse to have about. He really is, and which makes doing everything and dealing with him really, really easy. His temperament is absolutely second to none.
So what we're going to do now is we're over here to check Nicki's saddles, because I say Grayson packed up Grayson, and Nicki's had a little ride, and there has been a slight change since the last time we saw him. So Dean is just going to now do some adjustments to the saddle. With these saddles, just the tiniest adjustment can make a big difference. Even just like, say, a quarter of an inch drop on the panels can make a big difference to how the horse goes and how the fit is.
Do you want to have one? Let's try it. Around to see how that feels, Nicky.
Feels better, Dean?
Good?
Yeah. That's more secure. He's happier too.
Tracking up nicely now, Nicki. Yeah. You can see that lovely big stride coming back.
Feeling exuberant.
We fitted the saddle just before King's Forest, and he was sort of a bit wider then. You'd just done a lot of work leading up to that.
Yeah, he had been prepped to do the 120 kilometres, so he was a lot more muscle than he is now. Been doing a lot of counter work, and we got that saddle fit absolutely perfect for him.
The day before the ride.
The day before the ride, because you are amazing.
Thank you. Sorry, Charlie.
No, but
I must say
seriously,
you were actually riding in a perfectly well-fitting saddle before we did
And
that.
Grayson's been riding these
So
since up to
he did all his
2008.
training in a similar version. It was just the actual saddle itself was different. But after Kings, he's then had a really good break, and he's only just come back into work.
120, yeah.
After being an amazing horse, he got to have a holiday.
Of course.
So, of course, that means that everything kind of goes a little blur.
Yeah.
So all that muscle tone has gone, a lot of that, strength, the way they
what
hold
I've had
themselves.
to do is, in a sense, lift it more in front,
Yeah.
because he's now got less muscle tone.
Yeah.
And as Ginny was sort of feeling along his back, and he's seen it not soft, but not as much as
He was. So he's now starting training, ready for middle of September.
And when do you start?
So he started walking 2 weeks ago.
So
he's right at the beginning of just quiet walk work.
So you rested him for a week, 2 weeks.
A bit longer than that.
Okay.
So he's had 4 or 5 weeks.
Really? Okay.
Of complete rest.
And then what you do is steadily
a little bit of
bring him back in
steadily, just doing some very quiet walking, a little bit on the walker. And then this last week or so, just walking around the farm, just low level, quiet walking. And then this week he's just starting doing a little bit of trotting, and then we will then progress with that and build it up throughout. We've now got over a 7-week period. We'll build that up into more trot work and then steady canter work. And we do, as you know, a lot of in hand and written schooling.
Exactly.
That's where you'll start to see the difference with the body shape with him, because that muscle's going to come back
up. And that will come back.
Yeah.
And what's the aim? What's the first ride for him?
It's a bit of a big aim. You're
You're
filming
sure?
on it. No, we're sure what our aim is. We don't know if we'll get there.
Right.
We can only try. So what we're aiming him at is the Europeans, the British team in Slovakia.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, and if he doesn't get picked, then we'll go and find a nice ride in France to do a 3-star instead.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for him.
But it made a difference, didn't it? You felt the difference, even though it was just a very small adjustment that Dean made.
Well, it's really interesting because when I was riding him, it felt as though the saddle was pretty well fitted, pretty secure on him. He felt comfortable. But as soon as Dean made that tiny tweak, he felt instantly even more comfortable under me, and I could feel it felt much more secure.
Well, visually,
it didn't feel insecure before. It just felt heaps better the second you made that
visually,
tweak.
he seemed to extend a bit more, and he seemed to, go into that sort of graceful movement.
Yeah, he likes to be able to be free and to know he can move. He's got a long back, and he's got that long ropey movement, and he likes to feel he can stretch out with you.
But the thing is with ReactorPanel is there's something we call optimum fit. And within horses that do this type of job, it's very, very important to have regular saddle checks. And we see you once a month, don't we, Nicki? And we don't check every horse every month, but the thing is we do the ones that are going into work and coming out of work.
Well, we're not suggesting all the customers need to see us once a month.
No, definitely not. But the thing is that, if you're... these horses are doing a lot of work, and we make sure, and when you're doing 160 kilometres, everything has to be right.
It has to be perfect, and I think that Dean's hit the nail on the head. Really, they have to have that saddle refitted when they've come back into work, whether it's because they've had a rest from a previous ride, or maybe because you've just come out of the winter season and you've not been doing very much. And then it's quite critical that as you go through that training programme, that at some point that saddle is going to need to be refitted, because they will have changed shape, because you've gone from an untrained horse into a horse that's getting very physically fit.
And a horse that's had a break to a 160 fit horse can be, quite a significant difference in the muscle.
I think one thing that's also interesting is about the endurance horses, or the longer distance endurance horses as well, which I suppose people don't understand unless they're actually doing it, is the way they can actually change it within the ride. The thing is, like 160 kilometres or 100 miles, during that ride, the ride loses a lot of weight, the horse loses a lot of weight, there's a lot of fluid loss in the whole ride, and it's just understanding how easily horses can change shape. And just, as I say, in the case of one ride, what Chris used to do, Chris Yomi used to do, is that sometimes she would put a thick number pad underneath the saddle towards the last leg, just because the horse would lose weight.
Yeah.
And you change numbers, don't you, Nicki?
We change the numbers, so obviously a wet soggy sheepskin is a very different consistency to a big, dry, fluffy one.
Exactly.
And what's dramatically different is the weights just with the saddle with the sheepskins, because we weighed in at Kings with dry, clean, light kit, and weighed in at one weight, got spot checked, obviously straight off a loop with everything soaking wet and heavy, and we were way over. The amount of weight difference that you're carrying.
Some people used to whack I don't know, I can't remember who, but they used to get their numbers nice and wet before they went in.
Before they weighed in.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So what we're going to do now is we've sorted out Grayson's saddle, so we're going to have a look at one of Nicki's other horses, who's a very different shape. So who are we going to look at now, Nicki?
Okay, well, your choices are, we either look at Belena with the new saddle, or we can take a look Mango the Magnificent. He's also totally different shape.
Oh, we love Mango. Let's have a look at
Look
Mango.
at the Mango.
The Magnificent. He's very, very different actually than he was when we first fitted him. Now, Mango, although he does have, again, a reasonable wither, if you want to go around and take a video from the back, you'll see he's so wide nowadays.
He's like a tank.
He is like, yes.
We stand him up a tiny bit. You stand him nicely with that. That's better.
We often see very wide Arabs, and in fact we see some Arabs nowadays that look more like cobs, don't we, Dean? And they basically, they don't have a wither, they're very flat, they're very wide, and although you don't have the same fitting challenges that you have with Grayson, with the high wither and the big wither pocket, with a horse that's very wide, you have a whole
Completely new ball game, that one is.
So,
yeah.
although we say that reactor panel saddles can be used and refitted for most horses, we have to have a completely different saddle for Mango, don't we? So Nicki's got a number of saddles, and we've got some for the wide ones and some for the not so wide ones. So
he's very special. Mango's a special resident here.
but Mango's going to be a show horse, isn't it? Is that right?
Well, what's really exciting, and I think is really good for the Arab breed in general, is that we've now got a really lovely series of endurance to showing and race to show classes through RAS that's being done. They're doing qualifiers all over the country. You can ride in any tack you want to ride in. It's not about being out there on a show horse per se. It's about taking your horses out and showing them and doing the ridden classes with them after having done a performance career.
You mean we won't be able to sell them one of our show saddles?
Well, you might be able to as well if they get really into it.
So Mango's going to go out and do a bit of showing.
That's the plan. Yeah.
So we've looked at two very different Arabs here at Nicki's, and as I say, we do see the really wide ones without withers as well. But whatever shape of your Arab, the